Ew. Heyo. Man, quite the morning. I was editing So All Right for like, I don't know, a half hour or so. And then I decided to, start streaming at 8, and my computer shit the bed, of course. And then my webcam wasn't working, and it was just a whole thing. Just the whole thing. And then I thought I'd play Call of Duty this morning, maybe, feeling like something a little different. And there's a 185 gig update. Good morning, everybody. I don't even know what to play, honestly, here. Let's just hang out like this for a minute. What's up, Mark? Updates are, I guess it's in prep for the new Call of Duty that comes out tomorrow. Whatever it is. I don't know what the new one's called, but new Gerpler is sick. Oh, thank you. So you guys have seen the episode where we previewed the new Gerpler? I do have a hot dog mug, yeah. Black Ops 7, thank you. Yeah, we showed off the new ever played Dredge. I have 100%ed it and both of the DLCs, so there's nothing left for me to play in Dredge, unfortunately. I'm really, really, really excited to show you guys off the new Gerpler, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, we're pretty jazzed about it. The color change thing is just ridiculous. We showed off the new Christmas Gerpler. Oh, thank you, Bunny Brug Mancia. Really appreciate that for watching 7 streams in a row. Yeah, it's like a holiday themed Gerpler. I don't want to spoil the reveal because it's different than any Gerpler we've done. It's special. So maybe watch the podcast, or at least if you're listening to it, switch over at that moment to YouTube, or even maybe check social. I don't know when that goes up. But yeah, we showed it off in today's episode, probably pretty far into the episode, I think. So, yeah, check that out if you get a chance. Hell yeah, Lego Master 7 stream streak as well. Queef Wellington with the 5 subs. 5 subs. Thanks, buddy. Boy, Queef always comes in and just like drops the Queef gauntlet every day. It's like, boom, the Queef has arrived. It would be cool if the plastic was color changing. Should watch the video. You got a hot box? Cat, Iverson Magic, and a foil Generation Now card. Oh, that's cool, man. It's always cool when you get them at a sporting event and they turn out well. You're 32 minutes into the podcast today and no mention of it yet. You're probably right around the corner for you. Was there mention of a Kuzler as well? I don't know if there was. Thank you, Moose Picker. Thank you. I don't know if there was mention of the Gerpler directly or not. I'm sorry, Kuzler directly or not, but there will definitely be a Kuzler. I think we're making 11,000 of the new Gerpler. So we went up one. I think we're like dialing it in, pretty close. So 11,000 on the new Kupler, and I think we bought Kupler on the new Gerpler. And then I think we bought 6,000 Kuzlers. We're taking a big risk on the Kuzlers that you guys want them, just based on how many people were pissed that they weren't able to get it. So hopefully that's enough. Hopefully it's not too many. Otherwise, everybody in my family is getting Kuzlers for every gift for the rest of their lives. Thank you, Toucan131. 39 minutes on the ad-free version. It's there's thank you, Toucan. There's try not to get too far out ahead of our skis on the merch stuff, but that shit's expensive, A Gerpler, we probably had to pay. I don't even know how much we had to pay to order the Gerpler. 11,000 Gerplers, 6,000 Kuzlers. We have 2,000 of the metal shirts on the way. We got another order of the pigeon shirts dropping. We've got 5,000 coins coming and a popcorn bucket. I'm actually getting scared to death now just listing it all out. Chris Rules, thank you for watching 10 streams in a row. Drinking water from a gurgler guarantees you get daily water intake. That's true. Malignant Slut Rot has a 10 stream watch streak. Metal Shirt sounds heavy. That comes out on Black Metal Friday, I believe. I think we're coming out on Black Friday. We're going to release the Burn Dog shirt. Great time to be a Regulation fan. That's nice to hear you say. Thank you. Oh, they're not $1 each. They're not $1 each. Is the coin, the bucket, and the Gurpler all on the same day? I don't think so. The releases will be staggered based on when they get in. I don't think we're going to hold on to any of it, because this stuff's going to be coming in hot in December. We'll have the Black Metal shirt and the Pigeon resupply before then, but all the new stuff, the popcorn bucket, the coins, the Gurpler Kuzler, I feel like there's something else out there that I'm not thinking of. That stuff's going to start hitting in December, and probably, honestly, after Christmas, some of it. We just couldn't get it in any faster. But we'll just release it as we get it, just in case. So I don't think we'll hold on to a bunch of stuff there. But we might. But I definitely think it'll all be out in December. If it doesn't come out in November, will come out in December. See you, Sophie. Yeah, you got to get it, Mark. I don't know what day Black Friday is, but I think that's the day. Any new patches? I don't think so. We have identified the next patch pack, and I notified the merch people. They were asking for some art files. I got to try to track down for one of them, but they haven't even gone into production yet. But I wouldn't expect to get new patches until January, February timeframe, probably. But we'll see. Greeky Floorboards, everyone. Keg Namababada, both on watch streaks. Thank you. I had an idea that the podcast might have had a lot of death metal or black metal fans. A lot of questions about your pigeon patch. What to do, Geoff? Don't leave AH. Don't leave Achievement Hunter? A little late in the game for that. Achievement Hunter left me. They fucking... those geniuses ended it. Before Rooster Teeth even shut down, they shut down Achievement Hunter. Nobody wanted to do it anymore. Can't make them. What are you going to do? I'm so excited for the Green Girl. Green Guru. I don't like metal. I think Gurpler. Yeah. So excited for the Green Gurpler. I got the back of my knee tattooed this weekend, and it was just as bad as I imagined, but the healing is worse. I can't imagine, Abby. That sounds brutal. Was it a big tattoo? Was it full color, or was it just outline? What puzzle are you working on? Just a puzzle. Some kids at a it's like at a city carnival fair. But it's one of those mystery puzzles. So what the poster they give you is not the puzzle. It's what happened before something happened, and then the puzzle you put together is the aftermath. So you don't really know what you're putting together. You just kind of have an idea. I already own 3 Geplers. I don't think I need a 4th one at this moment. Hell yeah. If you got a Gepler, you don't even need a Gurpler. Found Waldo. I did not see the Northern Lights last night. I saw that they were out, but I didn't even look outside. I live pretty close to downtown, so I figured the light pollution would not allow me to see it. Are you doing daily rips still? I'm not, C-Rob. I haven't done that in a long time. I was thinking about doing a series, and maybe TikTok's where I do it, where, we're creating the regulation collection each week in the break show. If you're not familiar with it, we do a break show every Monday where we open up collectibles, and each week we try to identify one collectible, typically, so far all cards, but we try to identify one card that fits within the theme of the regulation universe in some way that feels like of us, And if we don't find one, then we don't add it. But we don't have to add one every week. But so far we found one a week, and we've been curating and creating this collection. It's 9 cards now, which I guess I've been building. But at the same time, I kind of want to, on my personal, in my personal life, I want to try to get the collection too. So I'm thinking of, as we're building it, maybe going around on TikTok and buying the same packs that you guys are getting. Well, you guys are probably buying singles off eBay, but buying the packs that we pull these cards from and trying to pull them all again and make my own personal collection outside of regulations. And if I do that, I'll probably do it on TikTok. How many cards do you have enough for a regulation deck? Well, there's 52 weeks in a year, so I think the regulation collection will probably reset at 50, 52, something. I don't know. We haven't really talked about it, but I feel like kids would love spilling a Gerpler. It's a lot of water, a lot of liquid. It's going to take a lot more than one brawny towel to clean up, that's for sure. Honestly, for some of them, it's easier to buy the packs or the whole collection than to buy the single. It's true. But that's kind of the fun of collecting, That's kind of the fun of the whole process of the find and the hunt. It's like I love that the second a break show happens and we identify a card, suddenly there are none on eBay because you guys are like, well, you get the fucking schnoz card or whatever right now. I think that's really funny. And then all the interactions with people that are like, I just sold 8 of this card that's never been worth more than 25 cents for 50 cents each. What's going on? Asking the buyers. And I think that's all really cute and stuff. But I've also seen some people like, well, I couldn't get one on eBay, so I guess I'm fucked. Or, well, that one was $2 instead of $1. I don't want to spend that much. I don't want you to spend $2 on a card if it should only be $1 as well. We're not trying to get you to spend money. We're just trying to get you to have fun. Collecting and joining along. And so if you don't get one of the cards, that's not the end of the world. There are a ton of cards. I have billions of cards here, and there's still a ton that I don't have. My collection looks like there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots open on my wall there, but there's about 40 cards in there that I still need. And, it's okay to take time to get these things and to hunt them. And, that makes the discovery all the more sweeter, Bronny James towel. Geoff is a part of big card, just doesn't want you to know. Quite the opposite, man. I fucking hate, and it's a funny joke, but I fucking hate big card. It pisses me off that there are people that just look at sports cards especially. I collect other stuff, and I respect all collecting, but sports cards are my thing. My beard looks weird. Are my thing, and it pisses me off to no end that it's just become this alternate investment cash grab. Also dick measuring contest to see who can spend the most money on cards. I agree that, a Mickey Mantle card is worth $7 million in the condition that it's in. I just don't like the flashy, Vegas-y turn that collecting has taken. And honestly, the break show was an attempt to go in the other direction, in all seriousness. And that's why we're trying to get you guys to buy cards from Beetlejuice, the cartoon, or a no-name, no offense to the guy, but a no-name from AEW, common cards, ET card, easy stuff. Shitting on his collection of schnoz. Thanks for the safe space and community. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us on such a shitty day, Spliff. I hope this is the moment that things start to improve. If you had the most miserable job ever and now you're free from it, that can't be a bad thing. I'm sure it's creating some stress and some inconvenience in the short term, but I have no fear that you will find a better job, and the next time you get up and go to work, it won't be miserable. Thank you, Lego Master. I really appreciate that. I still have so many emails to get through, too. I haven't even had a chance. And I was just editing next week's So All Right this morning. I'm about 3/4 of the way through it, and it's bingo 3 ways. So I'm doing the game bingo, the game of chance. I'm doing the song, the farming song, and then the movie bingo of bingo card fame, of bingo can't do it fame. And I realized I'm doing another movie review. It's just all I do. Whether I do this writing shit or not, I can't seem to stop doing these movie reviews. I just couch them in different formats to hide it. I feel like Worlds of Regulation 100% eat blur around dining sets. So, well, it is, they do share 2 employees. So half of 100% eat is 40% of regulation. And we all know each other and are friends outside of work, Brothers went through the same thing, and he's genuinely so much happier and healthier for it. Best of luck, Spliff. Hell yeah. That's the right attitude, Ravenok. Geoff, I think you would enjoy watching Bluey. I probably would, Mark. I'm not opposed to kids' shows. I loved that era of my daughter's life. We watched that was a shitload of SpongeBob and Yo Gabba Gabba in those days. Backyardigans, iCarly, Lab Rats, Jesse, Drake and Josh. I had to watch a lot of kids shows. Regulation Bluey watch along. So is bingo the name of the dog or the farmer? Because there was a farmer who had a dog, and I read about this actually, Silent Taco, and the punctuation is quite clear. Don't know why people get it confused. I love you, baby. You going to work? You too, sweetie. Okay, thank you, babe. The punctuation is quite clear. The dog is named Bingo. I'm going to need a live reaction watch along to the episode Sleepy Time. Why not sign cards and include them with every purchase of regulation merch? We've done those things in the past a lot. We've produced fuckface cards and autographed them. We did a thing with the original, I think when we did the mini bats, where I hand numbered them, like I wood burned. One of the first things we made was these little wooden mini bats, and for fuckface, and I number burned them. So there were, I think, 50 of them, and I burned each one in. And then with those, I believe we gave in cards that we all signed. And then we've done it a few times in the past. We've produced cards for fuckface a couple of times. There's an Andrew Panton card, and then we put those out in the past. But we don't have an easy way to do that with regulation yet. We've been including stickers in most orders that we get made, little butthole sticker, and we try to change those each time. Like this time was I think this sticker was like the pigeon, pigeon sheened. That's not to say that we won't do cards in the future. We could, and I've also thought about taking cards from the break show and stamping them in some way, because I have all the. We first started fuckface, and the show was going to be a little more card heavy. I had a bunch of ideas. I bought a bunch of equipment, so I have gold foil stampers. I could stamp and I have a mold of the Ian logo that I can stamp onto cards, and I've thought about doing that, but it's a lot of work. And now we're talking about, when we do orders, there's 11,000 Gerplers. That's a lot of autographing. I one time had to sign 2,000 shirts, and it almost killed me. Did I say when the Eat the Pencil metal band shirt's going to drop? The current plan, and I hope I don't get in trouble with Eric for this, but the current plan is Black Friday. People have suggested break show blind boxes. I don't feel comfortable with that. That feels like there's this whole market. I've opened some of them on the set. The one that I consider to be the most reputable, which is the one that David Adams does. But there is this whole market of repackaging cards and selling them. And it's just, to me, that's like a another level. Like buying cards is kind of gambling, right? Honestly, collectibles, blind boxes, it's kind of gambling. But to buy repackaged ones, that feels just like another layer, another level up the rung of opportunity to be taken advantage of. And so I just don't. Well, we open Labubus and stuff. I don't mind them. I just don't want to because I've thought about that too. We have I actually brought this up in today's So All Right. I asked the question. Like, we got all this inventory. I don't know what to do with it. But I don't want to sell you guys a game of chance. You know, I'm okay with doing that stuff, opening it up on camera for us all to enjoy, but I don't want to then peddle my own version of it, I guess. Try to have a little just a little bit of integrity. Just a little, not too much, but just a little bit. The problem with me, Crucified Gleeker, is that I like everything. There's nothing I don't like. I have broad tastes, but I have had to self-impose some restrictions on myself. So I only allow myself to collect tops, flagship, which is what they call just bog standard. You go to the grocery store, you see a pack of tops, baseball cards. It doesn't say archive. It doesn't say pro debut. It doesn't say chrome. It doesn't say anything else. It just says tops. Series 1, Series 2, or update. Those are 3 different series that come out every year. Plain tops. I collect that. I collect the basketball version of that at Tops now, and I collect Allen and Ginter. Then I used to collect NBA Prism, but I think I'm done. This is the last year that Prism will be licensed, I believe, and it is ugly. And so I think I'm just going to walk away from that. And I collect, I used to collect Optic, but Optic NBA, but this will be the last year that that's licensed as well. So I think I'm probably moving away from Panini altogether, just because I really only want to collect licensed stuff. Oh, what am I? Okay. I think you would like Balatro. I do. I've played it. I played it on stream a couple times. Balatro is fun. My only Labubu is from Meg's stream, and it guards my workspace. Have you seen that store by Lakeline called Crossroads? They got some cool stuff and lots of signed sports cards. No, I haven't. Is it what kind of store is Crossroads? Is it a collectible store? Never heard of it, but I'll drive out there today. How's the update going for Call of Duty? Are you guys getting bored of just talking? It's at 95 gigs out of 185. I can put on a game here. Let's play. Can today's stream just be watching Bluey together and just don't upload the VOD? I think I'd get my account locked for that. I was listening to the Malls draft last night, and you mentioned that you were banned from an Indianapolis mall. I don't remember which one. I wish I did, but for all I know, the mall's not even there anymore. We tried a little Peglin game a little bit more. It wasn't particularly hard or anything, but let's see. There's one viewer on Peglin right now. There's about to be a few more. What show are you watching now? Love watching Trashy Love is Blind. Let's see. Sunday is The Chair Company. Monday is nothing. Tuesday is Real Housewives of Salt Lake City right now. Wednesday is Survivor and Amazing Race. Thursday is football. Friday is nothing. I guess that's all I'm watching right now. My wife is watching the Murdaugh documentary, or not documentary, the Murdaugh docudrama on Hulu right now. I've caught a little bit of that. Pretty intense. I'm watching Physical Asia on Netflix right now, and I'm still working my way through the new season of Bake Off. Yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff. probably watching a lot more reality. Just waiting for reality TV shows to come out. That's mostly what I'm doing. Waiting for the new season of The Traitors. Waiting for, I think the new season of Love Island Australia just hit Hulu, so maybe I'll check that out. Boop. Get fucked. What's into you? Man, I have no idea what I'm doing with all this shit. Hopefully it's working. Real Housewives of Salt. Oh, you know what else? Tomorrow, is today Wednesday? Is today the 12th? What's it? Fuck, I think Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Season 3 debuts tonight on Hulu, which I'm actually very excited about. I got sucked in hard on the Secret Lives of the Mormon Wives. Rob from Love Island is going to be on Traitors. Yeah, he is. He's going to be on this season of Traitors. Primetime Shambles and football. Primetime Football's in Shambles right now. I haven't watched Pluribus yet, but I hear so many good things. So I will watch it soon, for sure. I've also just been trying to take advantage of the weather lately. Be outside a little bit more. Also, there's hockey. Also, there's basketball. Also, there's football. So mostly what I'm watching is that, and then I fill in with TV. Let's do that. I'm going to assume that everything I'm doing here makes sense. Ah, shit. Is the Mormon show the one where they're all swingers? The Mormon show, yeah. They're not, though. They're really not. It was just, what'd I do? I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what I just did. Maybe I should pay attention. I think I might have just fucked up. Exit. I don't want anything to do with this. One of the Mormon wives is probably about to win Dancing with the Stars. Is it Whitney or Jen? I don't watch Dancing with the Stars, but okay. I don't watch Dancing with the Stars, but from everything I've seen on social media, it seems like Whitney is killing it and is apparently a really good dancer already. Apparently she already had a lot of... Whitney, yeah. Jen is gone. Apparently Whitney had a hell of a lot of training already, from what I understood. Seems like OKC could run it back. I don't see any way they don't. I don't know who's going to get in their way. Where do you get your football? Do you still use cable? Fuck me, man. I use a combination of YouTube TV, so I don't right now. That sucks because of the ESPN thing. Some of it's on Amazon. Sometimes it's on Paramount Plus. Sometimes it's on Peacock. It's everywhere. You gotta be a fucking detective to figure out how to watch football at primetime now. She majored in dance in college. Being a sports fan seems so annoying. I think it's the best. I don't know. It just gives you something to care about and to get irrationally mad about and to get irrationally excited about. It's no different than, I don't know. It's the same. We fetishize sports in the same way people fetishize politics now, you know? You didn't miss much between, yeah, the Green Bay Philly game. What was it, 10-7 or something? I didn't even try to watch it. Honestly, I'm just kind of like, I thought I would care more about the ESPN shit, but from everything I'm reading, it seems like ESPN, just from what I'm reading, it's just, I'm getting the impression that ESPN, ABC, Disney are kind of the bad guys in this situation, and YouTube's doing whatever they can to placate them, and I think that they don't want to be placated because they want to move people over to the ESPN app anyway, and YouTube's TV is probably among, if not their biggest competitor, and so it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. So it's just made me not want to watch football as much, professional football. I've just been watching, you know, the Fox and what other college football games I can get my hands on, and the Amazon Monday Night Football game. But is it Amazon on Monday or Thursday? I think it's Thursday. But have I 100% a ball pit yet? No, not yet. But I'm up there. I've got maybe 45 of the 63 or whatever achievements. I've beaten the game. I've got New Game Plus. I've got all the buildings and everything built. And now I'm just, I think really I just have to, like, I got Satan yesterday. I think I need to build Nosferatu. And then there's like the thing to beat each level with every character. And I'm working on that. And then I'll be done. Yeah, Amazon's on Thursday. It's why golf is cool. Each tournament will have a story or narrative going into it. I feel that's the beauty of all sports, though, or most sports. You just got to look for that narrative. That's what I love about NBA specifically. I feel like NBA is maybe the most narrative-driven sports. It may just be my own bias because I spend the most time consuming NBA media, so maybe I'm just the most familiar with their narratives, but the NBA is just like, I get the same joy from the NBA that I get from watching The Real Housewives, honestly. Plus, I get to watch some pretty cool basketball from time to time. Like last night when I got to watch the Celtics fucking blow it. Absolutely fucking blow it. You know what? Let's heal. UFC is very narrative driven too, for sure. Well, of course, Stormy, if you're gonna pick the the narrative product of wrestling, yeah, nothing could compete with that. But in the terms of sports where the outcome isn't predetermined, I think that team sports where the outcome isn't predetermined, I don't think you get better than NBA. What's a Belusion? To avoid incoming attack. Yeah, whatever. I don't know what any of this shit is. The where'd it go? The WNBA and NBA. WNBA is fucking awesome. Upgrade all pebbles. WNBA is fantastic. I wish the season didn't feel so short. I mean, it's such a cool layer of drama to add to a league is, yeah, the potential that you could be playing against. Well, I mean, it could happen in the NBA too. I guess there's just not a lot of openly gay players in the NBA, but that are dating each other or on opposite teams. But it definitely adds like some intensity. What? Is this a thing I've done to myself? They tried to do wrestling without predetermined the winner in the 90s, and it ended with Butterbean knocking a dude the fuck out. Have you guys seen Butterbean lately? He's had some serious health problems. I think I catch his TikToks every once in a while. Seems like he's not doing well. Ah, shit. How are you still alive? Oh, they're still coming through the door. We'll see about that. Who's made great physical improvements? Oh, Butterbean. That's great. That's great to hear. Stopping by here for a little. Oh, right. Soon I will have things to do. Oh, that's cool. This is the one that does counts for 2 hits or whatever, I think. Oh, I'm not doing well. Please kill all 4 of these enemies with this 1 hit. Otherwise... Ugh. That's 1. Oh, God. Down to 8. It's not looking good for the home team. Unless this is the home team and we're the away team. It's not looking good for the away team. All right, let's get some crits. Let's throw some bombs. Boom. How are there more? Oh, fuck. I did 2 damage. Boom. I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. Done deal, pal. Continue. Continue. That's it. I'm dead. It's over. Oh. Okay. When in doubt. No, never do that mustache again. I don't know why they made this so complicated too. Is this the one I'm working on? Shooting gallery? Okay. Let's go there. Mark is always in like 3 different conversations at once. He's got like his computer setup's like Project Swordfish. He's just got multiple computer monitors with different Twitch communities up. Ugh. We'll do this. you guys playing Battlefield? Are you enjoying it? Are you happy with it? Are you going to stop playing it to play Call of Duty, or are you still in it? I hear seems like a lot of people are expressing a little discontent with the new Battlefield. I haven't played it too much, so I don't feel like I have played enough to have an opinion or understand what the complaints are. I can't stand Battlefield 6, and it's still fun. What's up, Vacant Hero? I love it still. I miss the destructible environments better than 2024. I thought there's destructible environments, aren't there? 2024, I played 30 hours of PowerWash Simulator 2 and nothing else for the last week. It's a great game. It really is. I don't know what it is about it, but man, is it just relaxing. A lot of people have been dropping Black Ops for Battlefield. Oops. Yeah. Started watching the... I don't know when it came out. Probably 85 or 86, maybe. Sho Kosugi ninja film Pray for Death yesterday, and it was my favorite of the ninja movies when I was a kid. And I see why. It is really good. I'm really enjoying it. He's a ninja who is trying to get away from his shadows. So he decides to open up a business, a restaurant in America, I think in L.A., brings his 2 young boys and his wife with him, and they it's very similar to Revenge of the Ninja, actually, plot-wise, which also starred Sho Kosugi. Really good so far. Have I ever bumped into Gina from that 90-day show in Michigan? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Are y'all excited for Bolt Gun 2? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I want to like Battlefield, but I have buyer's remorse because the launch was just so bad compared to the beta. The beta was great. That's what's crazy to me. The beta was I feel like the beta was fantastic. The beta made me start playing 2042 again. And actually, I think the problem I had was that the beta came out way too early. And I just wanted to play Battlefield after it, and so we played a bunch of 2042, me and Burndog and Antonio, and I got fucking sick of it. So that by the time Battlefield 6 came out, I didn't really want to play. I wish if that beta had come out 2 weeks before the game launched. Holy shit. Come here, you little bitch. Clean up. Oh, God, you're filthy. You're filthy still. There you go. I feel like this game's way more forgiving than the first one. I almost didn't buy 6 because of how bad 2042 was. I thought it was okay. Or I don't know what it was like at launch. I didn't play it at launch, but the version that has been out since, like that I was playing them 2 months ago, was still pretty fun. It just, I don't know, I just got burned out on it. Battlefield 6 like returned to form for them in my opinion, but I haven't really liked any of them since 4. That's a pretty common sentiment I hear a lot. We played Red, obviously we streamed it last week, I guess, but we played Red Sec. I had never played that. I thought it was okay. I liked the missions in Red Sec seemed more fun to do than the missions in Warzone. I will say that. Give them credit for that. Practically fucking, what are we at? 48%? Seems like we should be higher. How do I do soap? There we go. Was I doing something the whole time? Probably. I always forget that soap is a thing. It was such a pain in the ass to use in the first one. They've made it so much easier in this one. I still forget about it just because I'm not used to using it. For all my American homies, what's y'all's favorite quarter? I really like the national parks quarters, especially the Puerto Rico ones. Never really thought about my favorite quarter. I'll have to look at a few, I guess. It's a great question, Mark. Uh-oh. I'm out for a bit. Fuck, I have a meeting today. Oh, fuck. What time is that meeting? Fuck. What time is it now? 9. Fuck. Hold on. Whew. I don't have a movie until... I don't have a meeting until 2. Do I need mods? What's going on? Is there bad stuff happening? Wrong game category. Meeting to pitch a new show idea. No. Nothing fun like that. Fuck, no. And who would I have a meeting with? The regulation guys? Nah, fuck. I would just tell them, here's my new show idea. No. Just financial stuff, business stuff. Trying to get retirement program set up for the company. So, gotta have a meeting to introduce the accountants to the financial planners. Just boring grown-up stuff. Sounds painful. Don't call or go to Bank of America. Yeah, Bank of America is not involved in this in any way whatsoever. Oh man, I told a story about how fucking stupid I am on So All Right yesterday. I realized, and then on the podcast today, I told the same story, so you can hear it two different ways. Just a fucking idiot. Just a fucking idiot. We spent 30 minutes on hold with the wrong bank. But the burger sounded like it was worth it. It was really good. Really, really, really good. I cannot recommend it enough if you aren't already on this. If you live in an area that has In-N-Out, and I know that, a lot of people don't. It's pretty regional. But if you do live in an area with In-N-Out, maybe you're a fan, maybe you're not. I don't know. But if you were to ever go there and to order your burger mustard fried, oh, God, it's good. It's really good. It is really, really good. Really, really, really good. I cannot recommend it strongly enough. You're fucking crawling on the prone position like I'm trying to sneak up on somebody to snipe them. Sniped ya. Fucking power washing stuffed animals. I love it. It's my job today. Got to get this mermaid bear clean. What's it going to take? There we go. Looks like the spaceship that we power washed in the first game. I guess it probably is. The biggest issue with In-N-Out is the fries don't last. You got to eat them fast. Yeah, I'm kind of off fries in general now. I've been fucking around with the idea of just being done with fries. I feel like I've had enough in my life, kind of like with corn dogs, although maybe not as vociferously, Did I get them animal style? They're all right. Animal style, I'm not. It's okay. Do I enjoy real life power washing? I think I would. I've never tried it. Jack in the Box is pretty fire too. I saw that Wendy's is closing a bunch of stores right now because people are cutting back on eating out. Can I? Yeah, I can get up here. Fuck yeah. Boy, they really make you get in there on some of these. Why can't I? Why can't I breathe whenever I talk about you? You guys ever listen to Liz Phair? Might be before your time. Oh, yeah, I switched, didn't I? I hate this fucking game status thing. It annoys the piss out of me. Nah, everybody will be happy it says the game it is. $20-hour drive to the nearest In-N-Out. Eesh. The closest In-N-Out to me is in Dallas. Woof. I'm in New York. Get your torta and fries mustard. Get them mustard fried. I don't know if that's an option. Telling you guys, mustard. It's the way to go. Can I get on top of the spaceship, maybe? Nah. All right. Just grab a fucking map. Oh, I can't even bring this in, can I? You. Can I? Can't use it in here, can I? Nope. I just want to get... Okay. I'm done there. Do this, dude. This is the guy we cleaned in the desert in the first game. I don't know if you played. Do I have to clean that off of him too? Yeah, the graffiti. I don't know if you played PowerWash 1, but there was a whole story to it, and this guy was a part of it. Imagine a lot of the stuff in this funhouse is. Now that I think about it. Anyway, he's a real big statue. You had to clean him. And power wash him. Power wash the shit out of him. Dirty, dirty. Okay. Okay, that's $2. That's $2. Download Panda 10 stream streak. I ate my words there for a second. Geoff, did you get the 40K DLC in PowerWash 1? Probably. I think I bought all the DLC in PowerWash 1. So I think I did, yeah. I don't specifically remember it, but I think I bought everything available, so. I have an Indian one around me, and the chicken tikka pizza is very good. Oh, I love chicken tikka. I bet that is good. There's this restaurant in Austin called Whip In. It's under new ownership now. I haven't been in years, and I hear it's not anywhere near the same, but it was Indian and, like, Texas fusion. And they had some of the fucking best food, man. God. It was in a gas station that they, like an old convenience store that they turned half of it into a restaurant and the other half into, like, high-end wine market. You know, you'd buy, like, fancy wines or shit there, but then you could also eat. And, Used to be the best. Unassuming little building off the interstate. We used to go there a lot after work on the way home. When we worked in Buda, stop by there and have a quick dinner on the way home. They had these Stoner's fries that were so fucking good. Just like fries, and they had Indian spices and pico de gallo, and oh my God. Have you ever procrastinated power washing your own home to play a power wash? I don't own a power washer. I wish I did. I also don't own my own home, so I'm not going to power wash my rental house. Yeah, I am no longer a homeowner. For the first time in about 30 years. 27 years since I was a renter. Maybe you can rent a power washer. I think you can, probably at Home Depot. But once again, I'm not going to rent the house I'm renting, or I'm not going to wash the house I'm renting. Power washers can actually do damage to a thing if you don't know what you're doing. You can fuck a house up. You can rip stucco off a wall. You can chip paint. You got to be pretty careful when you're doing it. This game does not like the lights on top of this thing. It's been having issues with them the entire time I've been playing this level. All right. The HOA fined me for your driveway being dirty. I had a real issue with HOAs. I will never live again in a neighborhood with an HOA. Unless my wife tells me I have to. Obviously. That's the caveat with all things is unless my wife says we will. But fuck. No, thank you. I almost went to jail for living in an HOA once. More than 50% of homes are under HOA. There's a lot in Austin, but it's not. I mean, like this neighborhood doesn't have them. Oh, I've told that story so many times on the RT podcast and in AH content, probably an off topic. It's one of those stories that I've probably told 30 times better than I could recite it now this late in my life, but it was just a dispute I had with the HOA over the color of, I got the color of my house approved to paint. I had to submit samples. They rejected the samples. I submitted more samples. They accepted the samples. I painted my house because they sent a letter out to everybody in the HOA that said, hey, everybody's houses, these are houses were built in the 80s. Everybody's houses are starting to look a little run down. You should consider painting them. The HOA would really appreciate it. It would be good for the neighborhood if everybody painted their houses. I was the only one who did. I went, you know what? Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's like season 1 of RBB, season 2 of RBB. I'm like, all right, I'll paint my fucking house. I can do that. I would like that. So I go through the process. I get the paint colors approved, rejected, approved. And I paint my house, and then I get a letter from my HOA that says, you need to repaint your house. The color is not approved. And so I sent an email back that said, yes, it is approved, or letter back. Here's the letter where you approved it, and here's the color sample. And they said, well, we've received complaints. The president of the HOA sent me a letter that said, one woman was so offended she doesn't even live in our neighborhood, and she drove by and thought the house color was so offensive, she found out who the HOA was to complain. To which I immediately recognized that that was a lie and that that was bullshit. So I took the piece of paper where the president of the HOA approved it, and I walked down to his house, and I said, get out in your front yard. And he knocked on his door, and he said, why? And I said, we're going to talk about this. And he goes, there's nothing to talk about. And I go, I'm not repainting my fucking house. And he's like, you don't have a choice. And I was like, no, you don't have a choice. Get out in your yard. And we got into a yelling match, and I threatened to kill him. I was like, if you come outside right now, I'm going to beat you to death. I would like to beat you to death. Come out. And I probably could have been arrested for threatening assault. And if he would have come outside, I was mad enough. I'm a peaceful person. I'm as close to a conscientious objector as you're going to get without being one. But I was ready to beat him to death that day, and I would have. And after that, I told him if I ever saw him again, we were going to finish this. And he literally ran away from me if we were ever like on the street at the same time. He never spoke to me again, and I never got another letter from them. And that was the second time I hated the HOA. And that I only got that irrationally mad because the first time, actually that was the first time I hated the HOA. The second time they tried to take my house away from me because I didn't pay my $300 HOA dues for 90 days. And so they put my house up for auction, and somebody bought it, and I had to go through this process called reclamation to get my house back. I had to pay $8,000 in court fees to get my house back over a $300 bill that they never sent me. So because of that, because of those two instances, I will, like I said, unless I absolutely have to because it's like my wife's dream home or something, I will never fuck with an HOA again. I abhor fighting. I do. I abhor violence. That's not true because I like UMA or UMA. I like MMA, but I abhor in boxing. But I abhor violence out of anger, right? And which made being in the military difficult. But I also grew up a scrawny kid with big ears in Alabama in the '80s, so I learned how to defend myself pretty fucking quickly. I didn't have much choice, and so I don't like to fight, but I wouldn't have liked that guy's odds had we fought. They did try to pull a fast one on me. Yeah, there's a law in Texas, Gwen, and it's still on the books, I believe, and it's fucked a lot of soldiers over. They've tried to get it removed because of that, where if you don't pay your HOA fees for like a predetermined amount of time, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, they can go down to the tax assessor's office, one of the state buildings, and there is a bulletin board. They are required by law to post a notice that says if this bill isn't paid within a certain period of time, well, I think it's 90 days, we can foreclose on the house and take it over and then resell it. And so they don't have to notify you, or at least they didn't then. This is in, I don't know, maybe 2002, this is like 2007 maybe. They don't have to notify you. They just have to notify the state. And it's your job to go to the state and check that bulletin board to see if your house may be up there. And so I didn't know that. And I was renting the house out. I'd hired a HOA, a property manager to rent the house. And one day he went to get the rent from my tenant, and she said, oh, I paid it to the new owner. And he said, what are you talking about? And she goes, yeah, I paid it to the new owner. So he called me and was like, hey, this lady said she paid it to the new owner. Then I'm like, what the fuck is that? Can you get the information? He got the information from her. I called the new owner and he goes, I'm really sorry about this. This is how I make a living. This is what's happened to you. And I'm legally required to return the house to you. You just have to pay my court fees and your court fees. It's this process. It took me 3 months and about $8,000, and I got my house back. And then I hired that guy to sell it that day, and then he sold the house, and I got rid of it. And they can do that. So, like, if a soldier is on deployment, say in Afghanistan, and they don't pay their HOA, their $300 or $400 or $200 HOA bill on their, I don't know, $200,000 house out in Peglin or wherever, that process can happen. And if you're overseas in Afghanistan or in Kuwait or wherever, and you can't get back and you don't know about it, you can just come home to find out you don't own a house anymore and that other people are living there. It was becoming a real problem in Texas, and I don't think they've done anything about it, but I don't know. Waking up to find out you don't even own your own home is insane. Yeah, it is. HOAs make Mark nailed it. HOAs make little people feel big and powerful. Yep. Until you call them out on their bullshit, and then they get real small real fast. Then they hide behind a wooden door and won't open the door. Anyway, those are my HOA stories. That's why I don't like HOAs. It's already so fucking hard to be in the military too, as a veteran, and to have to come home to finding out your wife left you for some other dude in a different platoon. Like, that's a joke in the military, but it's also fucking true. Like, going on deployment, especially if you're married, is such a fucking landmine in the Army. I can't imagine having to deal with coming home to find out my my wife or husband left me, and also I now have a fucking foreclosed upon home. I just, all for the sin of going on a deployment to protect my country. It's a rough life being in the military, man. I don't know if you know anybody in the military or if you've ever been in the military, but those people do not have it easy. My HOA went from $225 a month to $245 a month. See, that's so much money a month. That's, approaching three grand a year to have a HOA. Like, what are you getting out of that money? Use the money to pay for good things like snow plowing. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're not all evil, but I think most of them are. Did I do anything for Veterans Day yesterday? I streamed here. I recorded an episode of So All Right. I edited about a third of it. Went for a bike ride. Talked to a lawyer. Did a bunch of admin work. Wasn't the sexiest of days, but it was a good day. It was a very productive day. I felt like I accomplished a lot yesterday. I was very happy with myself at the end of the day. It was one of those days where you can look back and feel good about everything you checked off your list. Are they promising Dodge Hellcats for signing up now? Is that true? Jesus Christ. Did I have a favorite cartoon or anime when I was young? I was a kid in the 80s. I liked G.I. Joe and the Transformers, and I liked Speed Racer a lot when I was a kid. There was a cartoon called Danger Mouse I liked a lot. British cartoon, I believe. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Danger Mouse. I'm a big Danger Mouse fan. I liked Belle and Sebastian when I was a kid. Thundar the Barbarian. I was big into Thundar the Barbarian. Yeah, that was like, I got so fucking excited whenever that would come on Saturday mornings. So I guess that, if I had to pick one, I'd say my favorite cartoon as a kid was probably that, Thundar. He was badass. I should go back and watch that show. See if it holds up to when I was 7. Albert, I got to take you outside, buddy. You're going to need to go potty. You haven't done your morning routine yet. I'm going to have to stop streaming early to do that, probably. Get off my back, dickhead. All right. 69. Looking pretty good. Ooh. Forgot about this part. Aren't they redoing Thundar or live actioning it? Oh, I don't know. That would be fucking awesome. What about TMNT? Yeah, I was fine with it. You know, it was when I was a kid and into comic books in the early 80s, it was serious. Like the original Eastman and Laird comics were serious. I remember I used to I remember this comic shop in Jacksonville that I used to go to had this book of, it was just the turtles showing their different fighting forms. So it was just like line drawings of the turtles, almost like a flip book of different fighting forms. And it was real expensive for me as a kid, and I could never get it, but I thought it was so cool. And I remember being a little surprised when the turtles got funny, you know, but liking it and being into it. So yeah, I like the turtles, but they were more of a 90s thing, you know, and I was more of an 80s kid. So I was like just aging out of a lot of that stuff. Did I ever watch The Tick? Sure, I watched The Tick. Yeah, I definitely did. You said years ago in some piece of content that you wanted to do a solo playthrough of Fable 2. I don't know, Hud Muffing. I'd rather play the new Fable game, honestly. The Herculoids. I remember Herculoids, yeah. TMNT was a Daredevil parody originally, kind of. Supposedly. I never saw Tusk. I heard it was good, but I never saw it. Robert's getting frustrated behind me, I can tell. You okay, buddy? You want to get your day started? Are you getting annoyed? He's so fucking stubborn. Just want him to go outside and go potty. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that until it's super inconvenient for you. Whenever that time is, I'll be ready. Not a parody per se, but a lot of references to Daredevil. Yeah, it was the radioactive ooze or whatever that was it. The truck that hit Matt Murdock carrying the radioactive ooze or whatever dripped into the sewer and onto the turtles and turned them into the Mutant Ninja Turtles, I believe. I don't know, man. It's hard to remember stuff you don't keep up with from that long ago. If you asked me what to name 5 characters in Thundar, I could name Thundar, you know? But I remember loving it. Just don't remember it super well. I liked Smurfs a lot when I was a kid. I was definitely of the prime Smurf age. Like when the Smurf explosion happened in America, I was maybe like 9 or 10. So maybe even a little younger, maybe 8 or 9. So that was great. Like I remember Smurfs were everywhere, and everywhere we went, I'd beg my mom to buy me a Smurf. You know, couldn't get enough of those little guys. By the same token, I liked all the Smurf ripoffs, of which there were a bunch. I was a big Gummy Bears fan. Like that cartoon a lot. Also like their product a lot. I was in high school, but you know how like when you're in high school, 14 or 15, you still kind of like cartoons, especially afternoon cartoons. So like I was in middle school and high school when Tailspin and DuckTales and Chippendales Rescue Rangers and Darkwing Duck all hit. And so I definitely enjoyed all those shows quite a bit. Super Mario Bros. With Captain Lou Albano as Mario. I was never in the Care Bears. They had TVs when you were a kid. A few. Snorks was great. I liked Snorks. They were underwater whatchamadoodies. Pound Puppies were great. Transformers fun. Transformers and G.I. Joe were the shit. Yeah, for sure. I still remember the day my mom took me to see Transformers in the theater. She dropped me off. It was a movie theater at the mall. So this must have been Florida, probably Jacksonville. And so she set me up with to watch the Transformers. I was old enough to watch it by myself. It was probably like 10 or 11. And maybe 12. What year did the Transformers movie come out? 87 maybe? Anyway, so I was like, I think maybe 12. And so she gave me money, got me soda and popcorn or whatever, and left me to my own devices. And she went and shopped. And I played Afterburner. I remember it's as clear as day. I remember it was like surprisingly empty in the theater. And this is back when all theaters had arcade games, at least where I lived. And so I remember being really excited, not having to wait in line to play Afterburner. And I remember playing Afterburner until I ran out of quarters, and then sitting in the movie, and then watching the Transformers movie, and then somebody said shit in the movie, and I thought it was the coolest, most grown-up thing ever. And then my mom and I went home. '86, yeah. So I was 11 then. So right at the time, you know. Are there any cartoons that you watch that you feel like nobody else remembers? There was a cartoon. I mean, everybody remembers everything, right? Like, nothing I say. I could say the most obscure, like, 1960s Norwegian or Polish comic right now, and somebody in the chat would go, "Oh, I have the box set," and they wouldn't be lying. It's hard to find anything that people don't know. But there was a cartoon block of 2 cartoons. There was a Laverne and Shirley cartoon and a Happy Days cartoon. And in the Laverne and Shirley cartoon, I believe it was kind of like Greatest American Hero, where Laverne had a super suit top and Shirley had a super suit bottom. And together they were kind of like superheroes, but they were bumbling. I feel like that's what the plot of that was. And also, in tandem with that, there was a Happy Days cartoon where they had a spaceship. And I think it may have been a time travel ship. And I think that they time traveled. Fonzie and the gang, Richie and everybody. And I think that I think that they either traveled through space or time traveled. I can't really remember. And that was only around for like maybe a season. And that's the one that sometimes when I bring it up, people don't remember. I don't think I ever watched Thunderbirds when I was a kid. It just missed me. Like I don't know if it just wasn't around when I was a kid or if I was like in a window when it wasn't popular, but I never really experienced it. Or sometimes you just miss stuff, you know? For whatever reason. I feel like Thunderbirds I missed. I definitely don't remember the shows that Mark's talking about, but there's a bit of an age difference between us, so. I would like my job to be someday like keeper of the kitsch. Like just a person who exists to remember or talk about, I don't know, stuff from the era that mattered to me before it disappears forever. Something I talked about in Soul Right in a few ways lately. I'm sure everybody experiences some similar desire as they age and dip their toes in nostalgia. I just feel like there's so much great entertainment in my life that, you know, obviously gets left by the wayside as, you know, time moves on. $76. We're getting there. Time period librarian. I think there was a Bill and Ted cartoon. If that sounds familiar. Have you ever thought about trying to get into one of those shows? What do you mean? Geoff, the animated series. Not even animated stuff necessarily, just in general. There are definitely Kevin Smiths out there in the world that are keeping some stuff alive, but, you know, I don't know that Kevin Smith's keeping my Happy Days cartoon alive or Sho Kosugi Ninja movies alive, you know. I'd probably have better luck with Quentin Tarantino there, but he's obsessed with Sonny Chiba, who, don't get me wrong, I also love. Street Fighter is an insane movie, and the second one's okay. There's like 3 of them. There's Sister Street Fighter. It's been a long, long time since I dipped my toes in that world, but Sonny Chiba was fucking cool too. I'll probably fuck off a little early today because I gotta go take the dog out here in a few minutes and clean some trees up before we go. What a fun little walk down memory lane. I gotta do some reading about some old cartoons. Although I don't have the time today. I gotta edit my little dick off today and then have that meeting. I hate being a grown-up sometimes. I really do. I love it most of the time, but man, every once in a while you're just like, fuck. I wish there was somebody else around to be the grown-up and to do the grown-up shit. Do. Get out of here, dirt. Scram. We don't need you. See how this is looking from the... Ooh, hanging out on the plane. That looks nice. This is a white plane? Holy shit. It was looking pretty purple to me. There's red hidden under here? Ay, ay, ay. We also cleaned this plane. This was the airplane that was fitted with the anti-gravity devices that they were like, ignore those. Man, you didn't realize how much of a story PowerWash 1 was until you revisit it. There's lights? Hey, what's up, Doom Guy? I messed up my dentist insurance, then I messed up my appointment because I'm not good at this. It sucks. I feel like one of the youngest people on the planet with any appreciation for MASH, and in the near future, there won't be anyone left for me to share it with. That's a tough one because MASH was a cultural and huge phenomenon, right? Like, MASH is maybe the most famous television show of that era. I got to say, though, man, I probably would love it if I went back and watched it now, but when I was a kid, when you heard that... that song come on, you ran the other way because your parents were about to watch the most fucking boring thing on earth and laugh, and you're just looking at them like, what are you laughing at? Ugh, I hated it. That wasn't a kid on earth that liked MASH when it was out. A Danger Mouse PC console game? That's awesome. Biggest finale in TV history. That's right. It's still always on TV. Yeah, I mean it's one of the most successful shows of all time, I think. That song was a repellent. It was for kids. Like, it really was. It was a dog whistle to kids to get the fuck away. MASH is to people in the 70s and the 80s what Breaking Bad is to us. Yeah, I would go with that. Y'all fuck with El Chavo de Ocho? I'm not familiar with that one. Nice to see I'm not alone in this shit. Cheers was huge too. Yeah, no, Cheers I was old enough to enjoy. I have that feeling that what you were describing about Love and MASH, I feel that way about Cheers. The Cheers feels like a warm blanket to me. You put it on, and I'm instantly laughing, and I instantly feel like a kid, and I instantly feel like 80s warmth. Big show on Latin TV. Nice. No, I haven't seen it, though, unfortunately. When I lived with my dad, we didn't have cable. We had 13 seasons of MASH. Three Stooges was big for me. Yeah, I've talked about it on this stream before, I think, but Three Stooges for me was such a big deal that it would come on at like 6 a.m. every day. They would have 2 half-hour back-to-back episodes. I think it was 6 of Three Stooges, and so I was so into them that I would get up. This was in high school. I would get up. I had to be at the bus stop at like 7:30. So as a kid, you want to get up at like 7:20, right? But I would get up at 6 a.m. every day and make myself a bowl of cereal and then just sit in my living room and watch 2 full episodes of Three Stooges and then go take a shower and then go to school. And so I started my day off every day with the Three Stooges. I needed it because I was going through some shit at home. I was having a tough era of my life, but so I needed to laugh. And the Three Stooges, they were a godsend to me every morning. It was the best. I remember doing that every day, and also another ritual I had was Dr. Demento would come on at like midnight on Sunday nights, and so I would set my alarm for midnight, and I would wake up, and I would hit record on my tape player. I'd already have it set up, and then I would go back to sleep, and I'd have my alarm set for, I think, like 12:45, and then I would get up, and I would flip my tape over and hit record again. It was a 2-hour show, and then you would get an hour and a half of Dr. Demento recorded, and then when I would wake up in the morning for the next week, I would have most of an episode of Dr. Demento to enjoy, and then I would tape over it the next week and do it again. TV show theme song draft. I think we did that. Dr. Demento just retired. I saw that. He was a great source of entertainment to kids in the 80s and the 90s. And I guess since then, too, obviously. I don't think his influence stopped. But back then, man, we were hard-pressed and starving for entertainment. And you had to do a little work to get it. The internet wasn't there to provide all things at all times for all people. So we had to put some effort into hunting shit down when I was a kid. You had to be diligent. Entertainment was a hunt in the way that it probably will never be again. Unless the world changes dramatically in some way to limit our ability of convenience. You ever watch The Sopranos? Yeah, of course. Andy Griffith's Show was the other one. It was always on my grandparents' house. They were always watching Andy. I definitely dug the Andy Griffith Show. That was fun. Can I say Irish wristwatch? Irish wristwatch. Yeah, it is hard to say. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. There you go. It is hard. Leave It to Beaver and Mr. Ed. I didn't watch Mr. Ed as much. I definitely watched it a little bit, but I definitely loved Leave It to Beaver. Man, Leave It to Beaver was the shit. And then I watched a lot of Green Acres. Was also always on. But there were some that were on a lot. Like My Three Sons was on a lot, but I never really got into that. I didn't watch too much Mr. Ed. I watched a lot. Oh, dude, let me tell you a great show. This is one that I talk about a lot, I think, still to this day. What was it called? The Life and Times of Dobie Gillis, right? The Dobie Gillis dramedy, I think it was called The Life and Times of, or The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. Is that what it was called? The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, yeah. I watched the shit out of that because, and Stormy nailed it, Maynard G. Krebs, Bob Denver played, or John Denver, Bob Denver, I get him confused. Gilligan played a beatnik named Maynard G. Krebs, and I thought he was the coolest. And it was probably my first inroad to counterculture. And Monsters were great too, Mark, absolutely. Maynard G. Krebs did a lot of heavy lifting for me in my life in terms of like sending me in the direction of counterculture. He was a little rebel. He was a hippie. He was into bongos. He was a beatnik, is what he really was. And I thought the name beatnik was cool. I wanted to learn more about beatniks. That eventually led me down the road of William S. Burroughs and Allen Ginsberg, and of course Jack Kerouac. And like most dudes in their from like 15 to 20, I was obsessed with On the Road and Dharma Bums and reading all that. And I owe a lot of that probably to Maynard G. Krebs. I think he planted a lot of seeds. The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. It was about a high school kid named Dobie Gillis who was just like unlucky in love, and his buddy Maynard, who was a beatnik and who was like going against the grain, going against the flow, man. It was very silly and sappy and what you'd expect from 1960s television, or 50s even maybe. But man, if you ever get a chance to, maybe I should do a solo write about it. Read about the history of beatniks, how it started, where it came from. Fascinating time in our life. Fascinating time in our country, in the life of our country. It wasn't nearly as irreverent as I was led to believe from Maynard Krebs. The whole beat generation was just like, I always assumed growing up that I thought that it was like beat was related to music in some way because they were always into jazz and stuff. But as I understand it, the term beatnik came from after World War II, or was it World War I or World War II? I think it was World War II. A lot of youth were coming home from the war and didn't really have any direction or purpose, and there wasn't anything for them to do. And they said that people just walked around with their head bent down, and they just looked beat all the time, just beat by life. And the term beatnik kind of came out of that, from like aimless young men just looking, post-war aimless young men just looking for direction in life, beat down by it all. William S. Burroughs was never... William S. Burroughs was one of Anthony Bourdain's favorite authors. He was insanely fucked up. Yeah, William S. Burroughs was not someone to emulate at all, but was very honest in his writing and wrote a really fascinating picture of the world at that time, the world you don't see in movies, the real world, and deeply, incredibly flawed individual. Maybe one of the most flawed, but a brilliant writer, and chronicled the time in America in a way that almost all other writers were too scared to. Yeah. You can't really see it. It's covered up, but this little dark spot was a William S. Burroughs tattoo. That's how much I liked him when I was 19. He was I think my third tattoo I got was William S. Burroughs. From the cover of Exterminator, I believe. The book Exterminator. On mute while watching the chat. I probably got to go, unfortunately. I like to do 2 hours with these things, but Albert is restless, and I need to take him outside and go potty and give him his breakfast. He deserves better. And so I'm going to do that right now. Thank you for hanging out this morning. I won't be back tomorrow because it's podcast day. I probably won't be on Friday, but don't forget to watch the Friday regulation stream from 4 p.m. to 5:01 p.m., the best time of the week. I believe we'll be playing Call of Duty tomorrow for the launch of the new game, but I'm not 100% sure. But that is the plan. I appreciate hanging out with you this morning. Had a good time going down memory lane, thinking about some stuff I haven't thought about in a long time. Appreciate that. And hope everybody has a fantastic fucking day. And I'm sad I won't see you tomorrow, but I'm excited hopefully to see you guys at 4 p.m. on Friday. Take care.